Okay, here we go. Another day. Another day. Another asana practice. Asana means seat. For those who don't know, it translates into seat or pose. So the asana practice, ASANA, is the part of the yoga practice, the most recent of the 8 limbs of yoga. It is listed as number 3 of 8, but it is brought into the scriptures in only the most recent scripture. The original scripture, some believe the original, this or the Bhagavad-gita, the Yoga Sutras refers to the asana practice, but only minimally. It says a few things. There are 3 of the 194 sutras that are, or 194 sutras, I think, or 6. Stiram suka asanam, steady, joyful pose. So the yogi enjoys a steady and joyful relationship with Mother Earth pose. So stiram sukham asanam, steady, joyful pose. And the asana practice is where we get a chance to smile in difficult poses, smile and breathe, including the prana. So there are 8 limbs in yoga. The asana practice is the 3rd of the 8 limbs. So it's only 1/8 of the yoga practice. But this physical practice is very powerful and has become a Western favorite. We also believe in the Yamas. As Westerners, we believe in ahimsa, non-harming, satya, non-lying, asteya, non-stealing, Brahm Acharya, control of energy, including sexual, and Aparri Gihon, non-greed. Those are the 5 yamas, the first of the 8 limbs of yoga. The second are the niyamas, which is cleanliness, contentment, Salcha, santosha, tapas, hard work, dedication, and focus. Swati, studying of self. Like any scripture, the Bible will teach you about the self. And iswara pranida, giving all your greatest efforts to God or to the greater collective. And then asana. Here we are at the asana practice, the 3rd of the 8 limbs of yoga. And we begin with this prayer. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. And may our thoughts, words, and actions contribute to the happiness and freedom of all beings. We begin with the same breathing exercise, especially now during corona season, where we breathe to open up our lungs and respiratory system. And we begin with this breath. Hands together, clasp your knuckles under your chin, touch your chin, push up against your chin, and count of 6. Your stomach is up and in, so you can push the oxygen to the top of your lungs and open your rib cage. All the way up. Sip some more air in. More. Last breath of the series. Deep as you can. Sip some more air to the top. Open your chest as you do this, so you're leaning, kind of opening your chest, and you change. You should be a little high by now. That's how it begins. Second part, We're going to do the second set, the same pose, the same practice. This pranayama practice is designed to open this. So you're going, push. So here we go. Two more. Deepest breath of the day. Up and in. Up and in. Stomach in. Suck it in. More. Okay. Hands up. Now to the right and left, back and forth. Be gentle with your spine. But open up. Tall as you can get. Over to your right. Deep breath. Come on out. Straighten your arms again. Other side. Come on up. Now we're going to do our first back bend of the day. Let your head lean backwards. And slowly go up and over the ball. Imagine it's a beach ball. And really go ball. Up, lean forward gently. Take your time as you do that. Bend your knees. Come on over. First forward bend after back bend. Be very gentle. Hang forward a little bit if you want. Hang. Let your back loosen up. Now place your hands under your feet, fingers behind your heels. Basically, put your chest on your legs, and when you get the inkling, start to straighten your legs, pulling as hard as you can on the feet, straightening your legs, lock your knees,
pulling and stretching.
Come on up. Now we do another set of the same thing. Hands up. To your right. Smile and breathe. Stretching, pushing your right hip in, left out. Leaning again over a beach ball. Come on up. Tall as you can go, all the way to the other side. Left hip pushing in, right going out. Stretching. Legs are locked, arms are locked. Come on up. Second back bend. Lean your head back. All the way back. Hips forward. Come on up. Last forward bend. Slowly come over.
Hang forward. Hands behind the feet. Fingers pointing forward, holding your heels. Put your head, your chest on your knee and on your thigh. And if you feel up to it, pulling your head straight down, straightening your knees, putting your chest on your knees, and then your head on your shins. Come on up.
We're going to go into a chair pose. Breathe in deep, deep as you can. Let it out. Spread your legs about 6 inches, your feet. Arms straight out. Come on down. Right, do the same thing now on your tippy toes. Get on your toes, heels up. Come on down. On your toes, stomach's up and in. Shoulders are back, chest is forward. Breathing deep, smiling. Come on up. Now, get back on your tippy toes again, not as high necessarily, but on your toes. Knees together, squeeze your knees as tight as you can and slowly come down. I'm going to go all the way down, slowly. with control. Get down here in the bottom. Still keep a little bit of distance between your heels and your butt. And then slowly come back up. At this point, we're going to do an eagle pose. So, take a deep breath in. Now, I'm going to trouble you again. We're going to do the same thing over. Bend your knees, chair pose. Straighten your arms. Put on a grin. You feel this in your gut. Back is doing a back bend. Shoulders and arms are locked. Back, chest is forward. Come on up. On our toes again. Come down. Come on up. Back on the toes, third time. Knees together, slowly, with control, come down. Stomach is up and in. There we go. I'm going to bounce a little bit if my knees are okay with that. Slowly come back up. There we go. That's part of our opening sequence. Now we're going to go into head to knee. Well, bend our right knee forward. This is head to knee. Hold that for a bit. That'll get to you. And if not, hold your foot. Bend over, head to knee. And the third part, or part of the full expression, would include straightening your legs. Straighten your legs, put on a grin. Hang out here with me for a second. Straightening both legs. Now to head to knee. Come on down. Other side, same thing. Bend your knee, head to knee, head to knee. Straighten your left leg, and your right knee must be locked straight. Hanging out, chilling. Deep breath. Ujjayi breathing. Victorious breath or warrior's breath. Head to knee. How about that? Another chair pose. Traditional chair. Stomach up and in. Shoulders back. Chest forward. Come on up. Okay. Now we're going to do dancing Shiva. Dancer's pose. Both hands are open. Like your right hand, especially right now, getting ready to get this money. So you hold it open. And put your right foot in your right hand. Knees together. Straighten your left arm up. Charge. Lean forward. Kicking and stretching forward. Come on up. Other side. Take a deep breath in first. Let go. Left foot up into the left hand. Right arm up. Leaning forward. Dancing Shiva. Come on up. Okay. Next thing is we're going to bend forward, put our head on the floor. Spread our legs some. Arms straight out. Bend all the way over.
Pulling your heels as hard as you can. Stomach is up and in. Head touching the floor. If your head touches the floor too easily, just bring your legs a little closer together. And it's not just hang out. Pulling your heels as much as possible if you got grips on them. Straightening your legs. Lengthening your hamstring. Straighten your knees. Lock your knees. Come on up.
A little different today. Uttanasana. Come on down. Chair pose again, Uttanasana. Come on down.
Straighten your legs.
Chair pose. Come on up. Okay, now we're going to go chair pose into Warrior 1, Warrior 2, and triangle. So Surya Namaskar B, chair pose. Come on down.
Look up.
Step back into Chaturanga. Come on down. Up a dog. Downward dog.
Let's do this from the side so you can see. Downward dog. Up and in is your gut. Chest is between, going forward towards your feet. Actually going towards your knees, your chest, pushing. Then you lift this right leg. Open the hip. Open the hip. Straighten your leg again. Step it gently through.
Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Straighten the leg. Triangle. Come on up. To the side. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Straighten your leg. Triangle. Come on up. Come back into Tadasana at the back of your mat. And do a Warrior 3 now. Hands up. Take our right foot, step forward, and lean forward all the way. Warrior 3. Come on up. Step back again. Same thing. I'll go into Warrior 3. Step your left foot forward. Lean forward. Come on up. Kicking and stretching. There we go. Go into a prayer pose, deep breath. Going into head to knee now. Turn to your, lean over your left foot. Heel, right heel back, leg straight, both legs straight. Hands up. Interlace your hands just with your thumbs. Leave your fingers like this. Very specific instruction by some of the teachers. Lean forward. Head to knee. Deep breath. I feel like we didn't do a triangle the other side. Let's go into a triangle on this side. Left side triangle here. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. And let's do the classic triangle. We meant to always include this triangle in this practice. Bent knee triangle. Bent knee triangle, opening your chest to the sky. Hands are not touching the floor. Hand is not touching the floor. Come on up. Other side. Bend your knee as much as you can. Triangle. Your core is holding you up in this pose, opening your chest. Chin is to the shoulder, to the left shoulder. As you open your chest, come on up. Now we go back and do the head to knee. I like to do it last before we go into the tree pose. So we open up the chest, come on over, come down. Take deep breaths and hang out here. This is a little bit of a crunch,
or compression pose. So try to round your back a little bit. Try to put your head on your knee. I don't recommend you do too much back rounding. A little bit, just to open it up. The Yanga and some other anatomy teachers and some chiropractors want you to be careful about rounding frontwards because spine is not really built for that. So be careful as you round your back and put your head on the knee, not to really pinch any nerves. It is good to open it up. Deep forward bend. Don't forget to breathe. Come on up. Coming to the end, standing poses with a tree pose. Lift your right knee up, foot inside your thigh, pushing, lifting straight up. Your whole body is as if a string is pulling it, but you can feel it going up from the inside. All of your body is engaged in this tree pose, opening this hip, pushing so you can feel it coming all the way up, opening your chest finally, smiling. Deep breath, big smile. Hands in prayer. Other side. Same thing. Opening your hips. Smiling. Opening your hips. Going into a prayer. Tall as fuck. Tall from the inside out. Smiling. Come on down. Okay, first Shavasana. First Shavasana is a resting pose, but it's not really, say it's the most difficult pose, because the idea is that when you're in Shavasana, the mind is still. Of course, that is the goal of the yogi. So just rest for a minute. Take a few deep breaths. Drift away for 3-4 breaths. Straighten your arms, flex your feet. Straighten your arms over your head all the way, and then come on up. First pose is going to be a pigeon, not pigeon. We are going to do a pigeon today. We never do a pigeon. First pose is a, what the hell do you call this? Chest opening pose. Open your chest. Hands are barely touching the ground. It's your back that's doing the work. Lifting, stretching, lifting. Lift everything up now. Feet and arms up. Using your back to do all the work. Lifting, like taking off like a plane. Come on down. Okay. Now we're gonna
on your heels. Come up on your knees. Do this back bend. Smile when you do it. Chest up. Opening your chest. Pushing your hips forward. And lean back if you can and hold your heels. Hips forward, chest forward and up. Pushing and stretching. Deep breath. Come on up. Now there's another back bend, which for some people just translates into a lot of circulation in their legs. You put your butt between your feet on the floor, not on your feet, between them, your feet on the outside. So your butt is now touching the floor or a brick, a pillow, whatever you use, something. So your butt can touch the floor or have some solid thing to sit on. If you're doing that and your hips are opening, your knees are opening, and your ankles are being worked, cool. And if you're doing that and you feel like I could do a little more, then you lean back a little bit, but your butt must be on the floor before you lean back. Put it on your elbows. Put the weight on your elbows. Wow. Opening up everything. Leaning all the way back on the ground. Do not let your knees leave the floor. And you're opening everything, including it's a huge back bend. Opening your chest, your back, your knees, your ankles. Many benefits to this pose. Come on up. Mostly it's that the circulation to your knees is shut off. And in all poses, there's an element of this. And when that circulation is cut off, and once you open your legs back up, the blood races through, cleaning out any problems you have in your knees. That's the benefit of that pose. And that's the end of the back bending series. Now, we'll do a bridge pose. Let's do a bridge pose. Okay. Leg flat on your back. Pull your knees in a bit. Now lean on your shoulders, your elbows, and push down on your feet to come on up. Bridge pose. Pushing up as hard as you can. Chest opening. Open your shoulders up from inside. Chest is coming forward, shoulders are back and down. Hang out here. One more deep breath. Come on down. Okay, they're in back bending series. I'll do a few twists. First twist, like this. That's Adho Matsyendrasana. First position, or the opening Adho Matsyendrasana, is twisting. Gut up and in. Tall and twisting. Inhale, get taller. Exhale, twist. And then you may put this right leg around your left thing and turn like this. Same thing, up and twist, up, twist. All through your nose, this sound, ujjayi breathing. You can hear your breath through your throat. And the third full expression of the pose. Lift your left arm up again, same thing. Reaching around, holding your knee and turning. In all cases, stimulating the digestive system, opening the lungs, deep breath. In the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, it says, no sickness can come to the yogi who does asana every day. I think in the previous scriptures it said no sickness can come to those who do yoga. And since there was very little discussion of the physical practice, they might have meant just if you have this calm mind and if you ate properly once a day and let your body have a calm mind and an empty digestive system, it would optimize its efficiency and would therefore kill whatever sickness entered it. The asana speeds up that process, the physical practice. No sickness can live in the body that does yoga. No sickness. It's a very interesting philosophy. Doesn't mean I'm going to break my quarantine. I had to ride my bike to the supermarket yesterday. Love that bike. Old man, you learn to ride a motorbike. Kind of cool. Okay. Now we've done that twist. What other twist you want? Okay, let's do one we never do. Lay on our back. Lift our knees to our chest. Then roll your right side all the way. Put your right hand on your left knee there. And put your arm out to the side. Can you see what I'm doing here? Opening up your hips, but more importantly, the back is twisting and opening. The spine is gaining flexibility, relaxing into the pose. One pose where you let go, let the body do the work. Come on up. Other side. Put on a grin, relaxing into the pose. You feel the digestive system is being stimulated. It's a really good twist before bed. Come on up. Now we're going to get wind removing pose. Pull this right knee up to your chest. Pull it all the way on the right side of your rib cage and pull it down as hard as you can. Make big effort on the part of your arms and shoulders, everything. Pulling it really hard, straightening your left leg. Come on up. Other side, same thing. Pulling as hard as you can. This is like lifting weights or something. You're really pulling. Avoiding the rib cage. Okay, both knees. This one directly to the center. Wrap your arms all the way around and squeeze your knees to your chest. Trying to flatten your sacrum to the floor, which is a tough one, but you're straightening everything. Pulling, 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 smiling. Okay. Now we get to flex our feet, sit up tall, lifting the butt all the way. Lean forward a little bit, slowly. Up and forward. Hold our toes if we can get to them. If not, bend our knees and hold our toes. We can hold our toes and pull forward all the way. The chest is going through your shoulders and forward. And then after you come to a point, you just lean forward. going. Now we're going to go into a shoulder stand. Shoulder stand, or just put our feet up against the wall, kind of like this, and let the blood rush the opposite way. The blood never comes this way. It's really good. It flushes all the organs. 90% of your blood comes to your head in 2 minutes. It's very, very important to go upside every day. Some of you may want to do a forearm stand or a handstand, a shoulder stand. Most traditional and what's called king of all asanas by some yogis is the headstand. So I'll teach it, but it's pretty simple once you get it, but you gotta put your hands like this, come into a downward dog, and lift up slowly from your core, and hang out here for a few minutes. Again, putting your feet against the wall is sufficient. But all the blood rushes. And then the heart is faced with pumping the blood. And it's working twice as hard. It's very good for your heart, for your thyroid. It's good for your blood circulation, obviously. And we should also, the yogis say that when we turn our head, or when we turn upside down, we turn around any negative perceptions. A lot of the physical yogis would say that inversion is an inversion of negativity. Think about that. Kakti pakshanan, pakti paksha bhavanan. When faced with negative thoughts, think the opposite. Yoga Sutras. Okay, guys, come on down. Now we're going to just do our final pose, which is a breathing exercise. Take your time coming up. Sit up, open your chest. Push your elbows back, fold your shoulders back, chest forward. Sit up straight, Japanese pose. And we're going to do this breathing exercise. Push out as hard as you can, and you don't inhale. Inhale is a natural reaction to the exhale. And you keep doing it till you're good and high. Ready? Breathe in deep. Stomach is pouncing. Up, up, up. Ten. Breathe in. Hold it. Lock your bandhas. Up and in. Put on a smile. I'm going to do a small breathing exercise before we take Shavasana. Take your right thumb, put it on your right nose, and breathe in through your left to the count of 6. Hold it for the count of 4. Out to the count of 6. Repeat that. Hold it. Exhale. Repeat this 3 more times. Two more times. Inhale. 6. Exhale. Last time, all the way in to the count of 8. 1. Hold it. Exhale slowly. Let go of a hand, do it one more time. Inhale to the count of 8. Hold it. Lying on our back, corpse pose. Resting, drifting off, letting the practice take hold. I'm going to disconnect, but when you finish, sit up and meditate for just a bit. But sit, lay here as long as you like, drift off. When you're ready, pull your knees into your chest. Roll over to your left side. Sit up. Good. We're still alive. Begin to meditate. Sit comfortably. The mantra is Rum. I talked today earlier, first, before we meditate. I may have a second. We talked about the housing projects and how people there, underserved community members everywhere, also are bearing the brunt of the American struggle with coronavirus. We talked about the way forward. Lots of people have talked about this great equalizer, all fearing the same thing, but in many ways it's an example of the great inequalities that we have. Some have health care and access to lots of opportunity and others don't. Some have preconditions. They have heart disease, 50% more. They have hypertension, diabetes. They have many, many conditions, asthma, that are the result of being black and living in underserved black communities. Nothing's been done to change that. Activists talk about environmental racism, the water in Newark, New Jersey, and Flint, Michigan, and other places, poisoning our children, the lead. This goes on and on. There's so much. And no one does anything about it. We as individuals should use our voices to benefit those people. But if, in fact, we do the work, and it's our prayer to help to tell our congressmen and our city councilmen and others to work to protect us from environmental hazards of being black in urban neighborhoods, and being Indian on a reservation, being white in a white impoverished area where they dump the toxins in because you have no power. All of these underserved community members need our prayers and our work. But if we do the work, the next step for us, and the first step, they say Muladhara chakra first chakra first. Take care of ourselves. Stop the bullshit. Stop eating poison. You're not a genius because you made pig feet taste good. You're a genius because you made pig feet taste good. The brilliance of black people is not in their soul food, it's their ability to make their food taste soulful. They were given pig feet because no one else wanted them. They were given these throwaway items in the pig, chitlins and shit, because the owners didn't want them. The masters wouldn't eat them, and so the slaves created delicacies out of them. Brilliant. But now you can create a lentil loaf. Now you can create macaroni and cheese with cashew nut cheese. Now you can find, and I'll write a whole book about this shit right now. I'm already writing. I wrote The Happy Vegan, but it didn't include all of the recipes, nor did it include a lot of the new information. So I'm writing a book post-pandemic, because perhaps we've learned enough that the members of the communities that need it the most will adopt a vegan diet, which we already have 2 times more than our white counterparts, because those who are really sick have gotten rid of their high blood pressure, have gotten rid of their hypertension, have gotten rid of even the asthma through these breathing exercises and other things. Asthma can subside. So the natural and healthy alternatives force their way into a number, 5% of our black population, only 2% of the white population. Some of us are on the path. This is not for rich white people or affluent people to be vegan. It's for everyone to be vegan, and it can be done cheaply. And I want to make that a mantra for us going forward, so all of us, white, black, and other, can live healthier, happier lives, and the animals can suffer less, and so will we suffer less. So as we go out, I'll teach you to breathe in and out, and start to repeat the mantra as we close our eyes and slip into meditation. Just sit, be patient, expect nothing.